Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael. Welcome to the Gas and Cavalry YouTube channel. Today, we are going to take a look at this 2023 Dodge Charger Superbee Scat Pack Widebody. It's finished in a crazy plum exterior with a black Napa and Alcantara suede interior. This particular 2023 Dodge Charger Superbee Scat Pack Widebody is powered by a 6.4 liter SRT HEMI V8, pushing out 485 horsepower with 475 foot-pounds of torque. All that power is sent to the rear wheels through an 8-speed automatic transmission with a factory installed limited slip differential. So this 2023 Dodge Charger Superbee is actually a very special, a limited edition Superbee, and it is part of Dodge's quote-unquote last call special editions. So essentially in 2023, the Dodge Charger is ending its long, almost decade plus 14-year run. And in order to send them the Charger off, I guess Dodge came up with 7 different final editions, and this Dodge Superbee is essentially the second of those special editions, and it takes on the moniker of the Superbee, which is a term that resonates with the history of the Charger and the Dodge family. So the 2023 Dodge Charger Superbee Last Call Special Edition Scat Pack Widebody, there is about 1,000 produced, and half of them are essentially narrow bodies, and the other half, which come in this crazy plum, comes with the wide body. So again, there are 1,000 Superbees, but only 500 of them come in this crazy plum with the wide body fender flares. And another very special thing about this Superbee, again, it is very drag strip oriented. So again, you do get the drag radials and the special drag suspension, and you also have special features that only the Superbee has, which is again one of the special features is something called line lock, where again if you're at the drag strip, you can go ahead and click a button into there, and it'll lock up the front wheels and allow you to again spin the rear wheels and heat them up at the drag strip. So again, the Superbee is not just a special name, it also has a very special feature. So again, this car was meant to commemorate the Superbee and also give the Charger a very I guess drag racing oriented setup with the suspension and the drag radials and the drag wheels. So again, this is all made to go down the quarter mile really fast. So real quick, I do have the window sticker of this exact Superbee, and let's take a look at again overview of what's offered. So again, this is a 2023 Dodge Charger Superbee Special Edition, also known as Limited Edition, and the base price was $51,000. But with again all the special option packages, let's see what it comes out to. It came out to $70,000 essentially. So again, let's see here. So exterior is a Plum Crazy exterior paint with black interior. You do have again standard equipment, but the optional equipment. So again, all of the Superbee specials in Crazy Plum do come with the Scat Pack Widebody, which again is usually charged at about $6,000 right there. You see that there. And again, Scat Pack Widebody comes with the Widebody package. You get the performance shifted body colored fender flares, that bottom steering wheel, adaptive damping suspension. You get the Black Edge premium floor mats, and then again with the Dodge Charger Superbee, you're going to get the Plus group, which again consists of all these different interior options such as power tilting steering column, locking lug nuts, again the blind spot detectors, very cool. Let's see what else. You get the technology group. So again, a lot of different things. The point is that this car in 2023 came out to about $70,000 out the door. So again, quite the price for a collector's Charger. And we'll begin the exterior tour of this 2023 Dodge Charger Superbee with the hood. So the hood is a fully functional SRT hood with a fully functional intake vent in the front with these functional outlets for hot air to come out of the hood. Another special feature about this Dodge Superbee Charger is the fact that this comes with factory Mopar edition hood pins from the factory, so that your hood doesn't come flying off when you are going down the drag strip. Very, very cool. And of course, in the front, this is not an aftermarket option. This is a factory applied, I guess, sticker that has the Superbee logo with a apparently a bee. Looks like has a race helmet on with drag radials. Very cool. Again, this is a factory applied vinyl option in this limited edition run Superbee. So again, everything is functional on this hood, and it is provided by Dodge's Performance Division, SRT. Scrolling on down to the passenger side headlights, these are all full LED headlights with black housing. You have the Dodge insignia inscribed right into the headlights, and again, these are full projector LED headlights, high beams and low beams. Very nice, very aggressive. I think the black housing contrasts very well with this Plum Crazy exterior. Scroll on to the other side. You also have your, this is your driver's side. Again, very, very cool, full LEDs. And another special thing about the Dodge Charger Superbee is that you get a cool limited edition plaque that says Superbee on it, with again the Superbee. Again, a classic logo with the race helmet and the drag radials. But again, this is one of the special plaques that you get when you purchase your limited edition Dodge Charger Superbee. Very, very cool. I think that's a really nice addition. Everyone loves special plaques. And scrolling out to the front bumper, I really love how everything is not only visually impactful, but also functional. So you do have all these functional inlets that are sucking in air to that big V8, cooling it down. You have the radiator back there. Very, very cool. And I love this little scoop inside here, pushing in air, additional air into that. So again, lots of functional inlets. Definitely could put my finger in there. Very, very nice. Scrolling on out. Again, functional side inlets. I believe these will probably help cool the those big brakes when you're going down drag strip. Very, very nice. Now we're going to scroll on to the most obvious addition to the exterior of this Dodge Charger, and actually it's probably my favorite aspect of this car, and it is the again, factory optioned wide body fenders, front and rear. So these front wide body fenders and the rear body fenders adds about 3.5 inches of again, essentially like a width to the car compared to the narrow body Chargers. I think it's just really well executed. A lot of wide body cars nowadays again just don't flow, but again, you can tell that Dodge really put work into it. Again, if you see the front wide fender, you can definitely see that there is definitely integration into the, I love how it's integrated right into the front bumper, so it's like smoothly transitions. There's no gaps here, completely molded in. Very nice, flows all the way through. And let's take a look at the side skirts. Again, the side skirts are even integrated. I love how like it kind of bends in and flows down and then goes all the way to the rear. Again, it's not just a straight line. Dodge really definitely looked at the lines and really integrated this wide body. Very, very nice. And also in the wide body front fenders, you do have these side reflectors integrated right into it. Again, very nice execution, and I really feel that with the Charger, you definitely need the wide body option. I feel like the narrow body looks a little dated, but with this wide body, it just gives it this exotic flair, and it's just like really, really like aggressive addition. Very nice. Let's swing to the back of the rear fender flares. Again, nice integration into the side skirt, right into the door, and again, nice and smooth. And again, if you take a look at the rear bumper, the rear fender flares are also integrated or like molded right in to the bumper. It's not just tacked on. So again, this is essentially molded on and integrated very, very cleanly and very, very smoothly into the rear bumper. Again, the wide body edition is definitely, I feel, a necessity, not just for the wider traction, but also just like creates a new aggressive profile in the car and just gives a dated body just a more updated look. And speaking about fender flares, you also not only do you get the special front fender flares, wide bodies in the Super Bee, you also get another, again, limited edition commemorative, essentially plaque or emblem on the fenders. So again, you get this actual, yeah, kind of bolted on there, Super Bee mascot, you know, aggressively going down drag strip. Very, very nice. I think that that's a really cute addition to the fenders. And sometimes I feel like a lot of car manufacturers just tack something on, but for some reason these side Super Bee emblem just, it fits really, really well. And again, I think the mascot is just really, really cute. Very, very cool. I love that. And the purple and the black and yellow definitely contrast very, very well. Now circling forward to the wheel and tire package of the limited edition Super Bee. Again, this car is mainly drag racing focused, so you're going to get these smaller 18-inch drag radials and 5-spoke finished in this kind of black or gray metallic finish. And again, they're wrapped in very, very sticky, essentially nitto provided drag radial tires, and they measure 315/40 R18s. Very, very nice and very sticky, and look how thick that is. Again, that's lots of traction for going down the drag strip and putting all that 480 plus horsepower down to the ground. Very, very nice. Again, you have the Dodge's Performance Division SRT embedded right into the logo. Very, very nice. And then behind these 18-inch drag radials, you do have a Brembo. Again, Brembo, I believe these are 4-piston brakes. Very, very huge. And I believe the brake rotors are about 15 inches. Again, during the test drive, you'll see that these things are basically very, very effective brakes, and they definitely can slow down this car on the drag strip. But again, I think that they're very clean. And again, these are factory specific wheels to the Super Bee edition, because again, this car is meant for the drag strip. And although these are 18-inch wheels, they are actually very wide 18-inch wheels. They measure 18 by 11, which is huge. And again, wrapped in very, very sticky nitto drag tires. And right behind all this big brakes and tires and Brembos, you have your, again, special suspension back there that again has special drag modes. That is adaptive, has adaptive dampers with a special drag mode to help you, again, put all that power down to the ground when you are at the quarter mile. Now scroll around to the rear wheels. Again, I believe this is like a squared setup. Yes, I believe they are. Again, the 18-inch drag radials in the rear. And again, these measure, the tires wrapped around them are nitto drag tires, and they measure a 315/40 R18. Very, very nice. Again, nice square setup. And again, by having these huge fenders, you're able to mount these huge, wide 18 by 11 drag radial 5-spoke wheels to the car. And I think the fitment is just absolutely perfect from the factory. And again, with that fender flares and just the wide tires, just gives a really aggressive exotic car type profile. And again, definitely a mean stance. So again, kudos to Dodge for again having just basically perfect fitment. And look at that offset, it's just like perfect. You don't need any spacers or anything. It's just, they did a really good job, again, integrating not just the fenders but also the wheel and tire package to just get a really, really good fitment. Very, very nice. And again, the rears, you do have red painted Brembos and these huge 15-inch brake rotors. Very, very nice. And again, great job, SRT. Now scrolling to the side profile of the again Charger Super Bee, another special I guess, special thing about this Charger that you get from the factory is, again, a factory applied white side decal on the rear fenders that says, again, superbee, and the strip goes right across the car. So again, that is a factory applied sticker from Dodge. Very, very nice. And another design aspect of the car that I really do love about the Dodge Charger is that it's not just one square block that goes straight across. If you see, there's actually like this huge indentation in the front of the front door to the rear, and it just gives it like some depth. And for some reason, it just again, gives it this like really aggressive, like a shooting arrow. So again, a lot of the team at Dodge really had a lot to them, because again, this design of the Dodge Charger, the body is actually pretty old, probably decades old. But again, just by integrating the fender flares and again taking into the consideration of the narrow body design, they really integrate it very well. So again, it looks like a brand new car, and it doesn't even look dated at all. Another special addition to the again, the superbee compared to the base Charger is that you do get a special redesigned front bumper with a front spoiler and a rear spoiler. So if you take a look at the front spoiler right underneath these functional side air intakes, again, it's a nice overhang. I think it flows really well and goes all the way across, but it's not low enough where you're gonna scratch in the ground. But again, I think it's just a really great addition to the front of this Charger. I think it looks really great. So again, I really love how the factory again, front lip spoiler again integrates very well with the wide body fender. So if you take a look at here, you have the front spoiler, and again, the front wide body fenders are actually molded. If you see, there's actually no bolting lines. It's just completely molded into the front bumper and integrated into, again, that factory option front spoiler. I think that looks really great, and again, very well not only designed front bumper, but also everything on here is absolutely functional and provides a purpose, either by cooling the motor or again cooling the brakes, or providing some sort of like aerodynamic I guess like benefit. So again, nice design, and everything is functional, so no full vents here. So again, you get a factory front spoiler, and let's go onto the back and take a look at that rear spoiler. That's again only limited to this Dodge superbee. So here is the again, it's a black finish rear spoiler, again limited edition to this Dodge superbee. So again, it's nicely designed, and again, I like the contrast between the purple and the black finish. So again, from the factory, it does come unpainted in this kind of flat black spoiler. And if you see my previous videos, I really do love these type of like low profile, like duckbill spoilers. I think it just like provides just like a little bit of aggressiveness, but it's just like cleanly designed. It's not this big pedestal wing, but again, I think it just flows really well with the body from the side all the way to the rear. And you have like these little side profiles, which I'm sure provides some sort of aerodynamic like benefit, but again, very cool. And again, this is part of the front and rear spoiler package. Now that we're at the rear end with the rear spoiler, let's take a look at the rear end of this limited edition Dodge Charger superbee. So I really love, again, the design of the rear bumper. Again, you have these functional, again, if you look very closely, you can actually see through these vents. These are definitely functional outlets, probably to cool it, let the heat from the brakes cool out from the rear bumper. Again, everything is functional, but also well designed. So again, if you look very closely, the fender flares are again integrated into the rear bumper. And again, there are no, it's not bolted on. This is completely like molded on completely. Again, part of the rear bumper. And just like the front fenders, I really love the red side markers. Good safety measure, but also again contrasts really well with the purple and the red, and then you have the red Brembo. So again, functional rear outlets in the rear bumper. Rear bumper is definitely really aggressive. And scrolling down, I really love the bottom rear diffuser. Again, the bottom rear diffuser, highlighting the dual exhaust, is again looks like a flat black finish, but again, great contrast with the flat back rear diffuser to the crazy plum, and then you have the black finish factory spoiler. So again, really good contrast. Looks definitely very aggressive. And again, the driver's side also has that functional vent inside of there. Very nice. You do have the parking sensors front and rear. Very nice. Scrolling back, you do have the again, your Dodge Charger emblem finished in a flat black, also with the Dodge logo in the rear, also finished in a flat black. So very cool. The Dodge Charger Super Bee also comes with a SRT variable performance exhaust, and it also comes with very special actually SRT branded rear taillight, well, exhaust pipe finishers, finished in essentially a flat black. So again, very cool. I do definitely love the sound of the factory essentially race exhaust that is again variable depending on what drive mode you're in. But again, I think it contrasts really well with the black diffuser, and again, it's like a black metallic finish. Again, that is very specific to the Super Bee. Great design profile. So my second actually favorite design feature of the Dodge Challenger Super Bee, besides its super wide fender flares, is the rear taillight design, especially because it also reflects one of my other favorite Dodge cars, the Dodge Viper SRT. So again, this is the Dodge Challenger rear taillights, and here is an image of the one of my favorite, let me see if we get a good view of the Dodge Viper taillights. Again, very Viper-esque, and again, probably part of Dodge's design language. But again, I do probably have secret love for Dodge Viper, and do have a little bit of history with it. But again, I really love the second favorite design element of the Dodge Challenger is this rear taillight design. Again, these are full LEDs all the way across, and I love how there's all these different contrasts between, again, the flat black spoiler, then you have this crazy plum, and then you have this outline of this like black around the tail lights, then you have the red, and then you have the clear, and then another layer of black. So again, just a lot of different layers, a lot of different designs. And again, I love the shape and design of it, because again, it harkens to Dodge's flagship, which is maybe no longer produced, but in spirit, the Dodge Viper is alive somehow, some way, in this day and age, and lives on through this design of the Charger. So again, great taillight design. I think it integrates really well, and I love how it goes again straight across everything. Right above the I guess like taillight bar is, again, you do have a rear view camera mounted right in the dead center. Very cool. Good safety feature also. And it's going on back. So we are now on the driver's side of the Dodge Charger. So again, you have the factory Super Bee decals applied there. You have your gas cap on the passenger side of your fender flares. Very nice. And before we go to the interior tour, let's take a look at the side mirrors of the Dodge Charger. Again, I love the different contrast of colors. If you look really closely, again, the side mirrors are power operated and heated, but they also are painted a shiny black. Again, contrasts very well with this crazy plum. So very cool design element. Really like that. Again, this is the driver's side. You again have the Super Bee mascot riding along with you. Very nice. And again, just a great side profile. And Dodge just did a really great job, again, designing the exterior of this wide body Dodge Challenger Super Bee, one of the last call editions of the, again, Dodge Charger. Now let's take a look at the trunk of the Dodge Charger Super Bee. So again, as a reminder, there's multiple ways to open the trunk of the Charger. So again, the classical way is you want to go into the driver's side, and there is a little button right by here that says trunk open. So you press that, and the rear trunk will pop right open. And the second way to open the trunk of the Dodge Charger, again, is that you do have a powered trunk. You want to go and take your remote and click it once and click it twice, and there you go. And let's take a look at the size of this this trunk. of the Dodge Charger. So again, it's pretty deep back here. Let's see here. So apparently, I mean, the trunk is pretty big. According to the to Dodge, there is about I believe 16.5 cubic feet of space with a 60/40 folding rear seat. So again, this is a drag racing car. So again, it seems like this trunk is definitely big enough to fit a set of extra wheels or drag tires back here for sure, especially if you roll down the put down those rear seats. So again, pretty simple trunk, and it's pretty big. So again, you definitely can fit maybe one, maybe two extra wheels and tires back here for the drag strip. Let's see what is underneath. Some pull label here. Let's see here. Okay, so underneath here you have your I guess it looks like little emergency kits back here. So you see a lot of storage. I guess you have a tire inflator here, so you can, I guess, yeah, it looks like a tire inflator, so you can adjust your tires at a drag strip. So again, you have a pretty much what's this thing? Oh, it's like a battery back here. Very cool. Okay. Yeah, so you have a lot of additional stuff back here, but again, very simple trunk, but enough to fit two tires. So again, about 6.5 cubic feet of space with again 60/40, excuse me, rear fold down seats. I do like the material of the trunk. It seems like it's like some sort of like kind of soft but durable, like felt material. Again, if you throw some tires back here, you're definitely not worried about scratching up any sort of hard plastics. So again, the entire interior is lined with this. They're kind of like, again, it seems like Dodge is telling you to store some, again, some race tires back here, and you don't have to worry about scratching up the interior plastic panels because everything is kind of lined in this soft, like protective felt. So again, simple but functional, which is exactly what you need when you are at a drag strip. And even the top of the trunk is also like lined in this felt too, so very cool. And of course, if you do end up I guess stuck in a trunk or whatnot, you can go ahead and give us a good pull, and the trunk will open. So again, an emergency latch for those type of events. Very, very nice. Now, before we jump into the interior tour of the Dodge Charger Super Bee, let's take a look at the key that you get when you do purchase one. So again, here is your special edition Dodge key. In my opinion, they should have put a B on this one also, but again, it's very simple, very Dodge-like. Again, in the back it says Dodge, but again, what it lacks in design, it definitely has function. So again, you have quite a few buttons on here. You have your, again, unlock, and you have your lock and unlock, and then again, you have a powered trunk. So if you go X2, X2, the rear trunk should pop open. There you go, the trunk is popping open. Very, very nice. And another one of my, you know, in case of emergencies, you do have a panic button. But my actual favorite button on this vehicle is this one. It says like X2, X2, and I'm wondering what that does. But what it does is when you, so one of my more favorite buttons on this remote is this X2, X2, and I was trying to figure out what to do, so I kept playing around with it, and apparently when you click it twice, it's supposed to do something, but oh, there you go. So again, this car has some sort of remote start. It says to click on it twice, but I find that you have to kind of hold on to it for a little bit, and then the car kind of starts up. So again, very cool feature is the again, remote start. So on hot days, cold days, you can go ahead and start the car up and get it warmed up or get it cooled down. But again, I think that's a very cool little feature, and I really love pressing it on the outside because then you can hear that, again, really loud SRT, variable exhaust. So again, this is your key to your limited edition Charger Super Bee. Very, very cool. Now let's take a quick look under this SRT performance hood. and that 6.4 liter, again, a naturally aspirated V8. So in order to open the hood of the Dodge Charger, what you want to do is go ahead, go into open the driver's side door, and right in the bottom, right next to the footwell, right up here, you do have a simple latch open. So just click that open. Let's scroll on over. So again, underneath this factory hood, let's see what's underneath here. And to open the hood, right mid-center, there's a little latch right here. You go ahead and just move it to the side, and then assume lift. And again, with hood struts, that was very easy. And here it is, the 6.4 liter HEMI powered by SRT V8. Very, very nice. So as a reminder, this 6.4 liter HEMI V8, again powered by SRT, puts out 485 horsepower and 475 foot-pounds of torque. All that power is sent to the rear wheels via an 8-speed automatic transmission with a factory installed limited slip differential. And another very special thing underneath the hood that is kind of related to the engine, but is only available and provided in the limited edition Last Call superbee edition, is this very, very cool limited edition charger plaque. So apparently, again, it reminds you that you do have a charger that is one of the last calls, and again, you have a kind of like a cartoon like silhouette of your actual superbee, and underneath it, it kind of tells you where, again, this car was designed in Auburn Hills, Michigan, and it was assembled in Brampton, Ontario. So again, unlike other mere normal chargers, you do get a special plaque in addition to the decals and all the special superbee emblems on the fenders and the front bumper. So again, a very cool little addition to the limited edition superbee. So while we have the hood open, again, want to highlight a few cool things about the again, SRT hood. So again, in case people do not believe you, you do have the SRT I guess kind of embossed logo underneath the hood with the again hellcat logo. And again, to show that the hood, the vents are functional. Again, these outlets, you can see right through them. So again, these two outlets are again very specific to the limited edition superbee. Very, very cool. Scrolling over down, you do have again this little embossment that says charger on it. Very, very nice. And another cool highlight while we have the engine and the hood open is, again, you can see clearly here the factory installed Mopar hood pins. So you have one hood pin there and one hood pin there, and again, you have a hole for that hood pin to go through. So again, when you close this hood up, again, you can ensure that you can go ahead and pin down your hood so it doesn't fly off. So again, a lot of different cool features underneath the hood of this superbee, and it has almost nothing to do with the engine, but again, the engine itself is pretty impressive. But again, there's a little knickknacks here and there that again make the superbee very special. Again, it should be, because this is the Last Call limited edition charger. Now let's begin the interior tour of the 2023 Dodge Charger superbee wide body Scat Pack. And we'll start with the driver's side. So again, this car is finished with a crazy plum exterior with a black Napa and Alcantara suede leather interior. So let's see what the passenger side door panel looks like in this special edition Charger. So let's take a look at the door panel of this limited edition Dodge Charger superbee. So again, the interior is finished in a black Napa leather with an Alcantara suede contrasting interior, and also with contrasting stitching. And you can see that contrast stitching right here in the door panel. So again, really nice Napa leather, nice and soft and supple. Again, you do have these cross stitches made right into the door panel. Very, very nice. And again, another of these cross stitches right across the top, and also across the handle. And again, nice supple leather Again, I feel like the Dodge had a tough situation to update and make the interior of this again Dodge Charger, because the platform is about 14 years old. So they did their best to to make something that has been in essentially production for over a decade and a half, and turn it into something special. But again, I feel like they did a pretty good job again with this leather insert, Napa soft, supple, and with the cross stitch. Again, gives it very that high-end collectible feel. On the door panel, again, the car is equipped with a classic, seems like very period correct Alpine sound system. Again, very, very cool. I'm definitely a big fan of the Alpine stereo system. And again, since this is a drag car, you don't need much as far as fancy electronics goes. The door panels, pretty straightforward. Again, you have a simple silver embossed door handle, which again, the silver finish is a special feature of the superbee limited edition Charger. And here you have the seat memory. You can essentially save that every which way. So again, very, very cool. You have some sort of touch of luxury. And here is on the door panel, you have your side mirror controls and your windows up and down, pretty straightforward, and your lock and unlock. Again, very, very straightforward. Now let's take a look at the driver's seat of the limited edition 2023 Dodge Charger superbee wide body Scat Pack. So again, you have the leather with the contrasting stitching, but another very special feature of the superbee is this beautiful and also my favorite material is this contrasting Alcantara suede insert in the middle. Definitely very soft, definitely very supple. Again, cross stitch. I love the contrast between the leather, and then you have the soft, supple suede that runs all the way up to the top of the seat. And what else do you have here to make sure that you, again, this is a limited edition model, so here is your superbee mascot, again, embroidered right into that suede. I think that is very cool, very, very nice touch. I love that. Again, the suede runs all the way across, and at the side you have the contrasting, again, Napa leather finish with the cross stitch down the sides. So again, definitely very comfortable. Same thing, the headrest is the Napa leather, and the center insert again is a soft, supple Alcantara suede with again your superbee mascot riding behind you as you go down the drag strip. So very, very cool. Nice, great update to this limited edition model. And these seats are powered certain which way. So again, these seats are powered. Even though you are at the drag strip, there is some sort of level of luxury. You do have electronic lumbar support here. So again, everything you need to get you down a seat, and nice high sized side bolsters. Again, very cool finish of the driver's seat of this limited edition. I also want to note that besides the special materials and the suede and the leather, the special superbee seats actually are heated, perforated for heat, and they're also ventilated. So again, you can heat up these seats, or you can cool them down. And especially, you definitely probably want to cool them down when you're going down a drag strip, and you know, your adrenaline gets running or whatnot. So again, there are some creature comforts in the form of heated and ventilated seats. In addition to this special, again, soft Napa leather with the cross stitch, and again, the Alcantara suede interior center part, and again, your buddy's always with you, the superbee. So, and to the left of the seat controls, let's take a look at the pedals of this special edition Charger. So again, it comes with an 8-speed automatic transmission. So again, you do only have 2 pedals, but again, the pedals are finished with a special, again, silver trim, which is going to be a running theme in the interior compartment and dash of the limited edition Charger. Another cool aspect of the Dodge Charger is the emergency brake. The emergency brake is actually not a handle. It's actually located well to the left of, well, there you are. Again, very classic. You push down with your foot in order to engage the emergency brake, and then when you want to release it, you push down even further. To a lot of people, this may seem dated, but if you see that in my previous videos, I have a 2003 Mercedes Benz SL500, and it does have a similar footrest. I've been in a Toyota Camry that also has that footrest, and again, some people view it dated, but I feel that it's super convenient because again, you just use your foot, and again, I think it frees up some dash space on the car when you relocate the emergency brake down here. So again, very classic style. One interesting thing to note as you sit in the driver's seat of the again Dodge Charger, the door of this swings you know, all the way really wide, and if you see in previous videos that I've done in other car reviews, for example the Rolls-Royce Wraith, those doors also open all the way, but those doors have some sort of mechanical feature to close it. But in this case, the door is actually pretty far away, so you kind of have to lean half your body out of the car to grab it. So I'm not sure if this is like a sign of the size of the American consumer, but again, I think that's great that it opens all the way, but it's a little difficult to grab onto the door handle. But let's go ahead and close this up, and again, back to the cockpit of the limited edition Superbee Dodge Charger. Now let's jump into the driver's seat of the Dodge Charger 2023 wide body limited edition Superbee. So here you have your Dodge Charger steering wheel, and you have your Dodge logo in the center. Nice horn, nice and powerful in the center. To the right of the steering wheel, you have your cruise control settings. To the left, you have, I believe this is your controls to control the speedometer menus. You do have a voice control. I believe when you hook up your phone, for example, in Apple CarPlay, you can go ahead and press that button and you can talk to Siri. So again, voice activation control. Scrolling over, you do have your cruise control setting. So when you're not at the drag strip and you're on a freeway, you can have some convenience features. Very cool. The steering wheel is wrapped in a nice leather with perforation, and again, cross stitch. I do want to note that the steering wheel is heated actually for those cold mornings when you're driving on your commute, or if you're at the drag strip waiting in line to hit that quarter mile. So again, it is heated. Another cool feature of the steering wheels, right behind there is paddle shifters for you to manually shift those 8-speed gears when you're going down the drag strip. So again, very, very cool. Another nice feature of the steering wheel is that on the bottom left corner, the steering wheel actually does telescope forward and goes up and down. So again, you can adjust that steering wheel to just the right fitment. So when you're going down a quarter mile, you can definitely grip onto that wheel and make sure that all that horsepower gets put down at the drag strip. So very, very nice. Again, very, very nice finish to the steering wheel. And another great design feature of the dash that is specific to Superbee is the dash has this carbon fiber finish trim all around the speedometer that runs all the way across into the dash area and surrounds the media display. So again, great job for Dodge in updating a again older interior, but again I really feel like this carbon fiber finish adds this again that race touch to the interior. Again, very, very nice. Again, you have the Napa leather dash on top, and again you have the cross stitch running right across all the way through and around to the fender. So again, great job in updating an interior that is definitely a lot older than most other special edition cars. So again, great job. And so behind the steering wheel, you do have a classic windshield wiper stock on the left. So here is your 8.4-inch infotainment screen in your Dodge Charger, and this infotainment screen is again flanked by that carbon fiber finish with a silver trim. Very, very nice. We'll take a deeper look at that later when we start the car. So again, infotainment screen. Underneath your infotainment screen, you essentially have your audio controls for the radio. So again, volume up, down, mute. You have your emergency lights. Very nice. So that you know, when you're hitting a drag strip, you can go ahead and hit those lights and signal that you're ready to race, I suppose. You can turn off traction control there. Again, more radio control. And there's actually two very special buttons. Again, this is a drag car, and we'll do that later. But again, here is your launch button to access a launch control. And to the left of it is, again, my favorite features of all cars is essentially different driving modes. So again, I'm looking forward to exploring that. So you're going to click that and I assume switch from like normal driving to track to race to, in this specific charger model, probably drag race. So again, we'll take a look at that a little later. Right underneath the audio controls, you have your basic, again, dual zone climate controls for the front and rear, defrosters. Passenger has it also. Very, very straightforward. Right underneath that, you do have this little suede compartment where you can put in some sort of cigarette lighter to plug and charge up your electronics. Very nice addition to the, well, directly underneath that, you have your, I guess, your handlebar transmission. Again, very classic Dodge item. Again, this is a 8-speed automatic transmission, but it does have a manual shift. So again, you can shift it to the left to go in manual mode, and again, use your paddle shifters to shift the gears when you're going down a drag strip. Very cool. To the right of that, you again have this carbon fiber finish that's very specific to a superbee, and there's this cool little tray here that has an insignia that reminds you that this is a Dodge brother design car that's, again, designed in Detroit and has the old classic Dodge Brothers logo into there. So again, what I would do for this little compartment is, again, this car does have a push to start, so you don't need to stick in a key or anything. I'll go ahead and leave that there. So again, a great place to place your keys when you're driving. Underneath that, you do have this little hatch right here. When you open it up, you have a perfect cup holders for 2 people. Very, very nice. I really do like that. Let's put this, take it back, and then again, surrounding that is that special edition trim that comes in a superbee. Very, very nice. Over here, you have this big armrest to rest your shoulders or your arms, and to open it up, you do have all your electronic controls here. So again, in here you do have a USB, another USB, and an exotic. I think it's an audio exotic. Your audio auxiliary input. So again, essentially here is your kind of charging station for your electronics. So again, very, very useful. Again, Napa trimmed leather with the cross stitch, again across the interior. Very, very special. And scrolling on up to the top of the charger, the headliner is made again with this nice supple Alcantara suede from the front all the way to the back. So again, I do like that. That's a really, really nice touch to it. Again, in front you have your sunglass holders, which is huge. You have your simple, again, your dash, your dome lights. Very, very nice. You also have like a reading light there, another reading light, and I suppose here you have your I guess home garage controls. To the left, again, Alcantara wrapped visors with, again, these mirrors for you to look into. But again, I really do like how big these things are, and again, it's wrapped in this really nice again, Alcantara. The passenger also is treated to Alcantara treatment in the visors. Very, very nice. So again, this is a again, based on a 14-year-old model, but they did a really, really great job just using really rich materials such as the Napa leather and the Alcantara suede and the silver trim, and again, the carbon fiber finish, especially in the sun right now. You can definitely see it. It looks really, really nice. So again, it gives it, again, it gives this car a really, really special feel, because again, this is a limited edition, 1 of 500 limited edition superbee chargers. So from your passenger side seat and underneath, again, the superbee logo, you do have a classic glove compartment that, again, can store, it's a pretty big glove compartment actually. And again, you can put your window sticker, license, your owner's manual, pretty much everything is in here. Again, 2023 Dodge Charger owner manual. So again, everything that you need is definitely in here. You also got your lug nuts. So again, pretty big compartment, a lot of storage. Very classic, very cool. So again, very versatile for what's supposed to be a drag car. Very, very nice. Now let's take a look at the instrument cluster, or the speedometer and the tachometer of the Dodge Challenger Superbee. So again, to start the car, it is push to start, and we're going to start it up now. And I love how, again, these gauges may be analog, but I love how they have this red ring around the rev meter and also the miles per hour. Definitely very, very race-like. Although the those two gauges are again analog, I really love the again the different textures and designs, again with the silver trim around, again following the theme of, again, Napa leather, cross stitch. You got the carbon fiber, silver trim. So again, and you do have a little bit of technology right in the middle. So in the center of the cluster, you do have a digital gauge in the center, and that digital gauge, you can adjust it in multiple different ways. So let's see what options you guys have here. So onto the left of the steering wheel here, you use these controls to essentially control the center gauge cluster. So you can change it with different options. So for example, you have vehicle info. Here you have your tire pressure monitor, and you have your coolant temps, very cool. Transmission temperatures, oil temperatures, definitely very important when you have the drag strip to manage those temperatures. That's really, really awesome. You have your oil pressure, oil life, again, battery voltage, intake air temp. That's very specific. Engine torque, engine power. Again, that's very similar to like Rolls-Royce, I assume. Very, very cool. So again, you have different options. Let's see what else you can do. So performance, I guess you could do like top speed, lap history. So again, there's a lap timer. Again, this car is very drag racing specific, so it definitely does have different gauges and meters to essentially you can basically practice your drag racing and document like all the different factors that help improve your speed. So that peak G-forces, current G-forces, braking distance, quarter mile timer, reaction time, 0 to 100, 0 to 60. We're not going to do that. Let's see what else. You have driver's assist, again, different fuel economy. Again, I'm not going to mention fuel economy. This is again, a performance car. Fuel economy is like 15 miles per gallon, city or highway, regardless. Probably a little less if you got a heavy foot like myself. Continuing on, trip info, again, pretty basic. Audio, you do have audio control, so you can control the radio from this main menu on the steering wheel. Messages. So the screen setup is pretty cool because here you can basically, if you see the top left corner, top right corner of the center digital screen, you can actually change like what you want up there to display. So for example, like if you are the upper right, let's say you don't care about the temperature, you can actually change it to like a time clock. You can turn it to range. You can also do a trip meter, or you just have nothing at all, or you can put a compass. So again, you could do that for the top right corner, top left corner, and again, it's all customizable to what you want and what you need. So that's great. So there's a lot of options here on there. So essentially, again, this is your tachometer, speedometer area of your special edition Dodge Charger Superbee. Very cool. So I just wanted to go over now the multimedia system and the functions and so forth. So before we do that, again, to start the car, you keyless ignition. You put your foot on the brake and you go ahead and hit the start button. The car started up. So again, let's see what we have as far as media goes. So this is your media screen, and it is essentially Dodge's Uconnect system. So let's see what you have here. So again, in your media section, you do have different options. You have AM, FM radio. You have definitely Sirius radio, and you can also play Bluetooth audio, which is great. So again, nice setup here. It's very clean. Your climate control, so you can adjust your climate controls two ways. Again, you could do it through a screen, through a touch screen, or again, you could do it analog at the bottom over here. So again, a lot of different options. I do like that. And so again, clean setup. The control section, so I do like this portion also. Although this is a drag car, again, there are some creature comforts. There are some again, luxurious features that you wouldn't think that would be in a drag racing specific setup. So again, driver and passenger, they do have the heated seats and vented seats both ways, so you can heat the seats, cool the seats. There's also for the driver, again, there is the heated steering wheel, which is really great, and there's a mirror dimmer. So again, there are some nice creature comforts there. There is an option for an app screen. So again, many different types of apps. There's a Wi-Fi hotspot, SOS. Again, there are just different options, and you know, it just goes on and on. Again, there's a performance timer. So again, essentially this app screen, essentially everything down here combined into one screen. Next is the navigation system. I do like the fact that for this navigation system, you know, it's pretty user-friendly. It's all touchscreen, and the map does look, you know, it doesn't look that bad. And also, again, I like the fact that this whole entire system is Android Auto and Apple CarPlay capable, so that's great. Again, you can connect your phone, and pairing this phone to your car is very easy. It connects perfectly well, and the functions are just perfect. Here you can adjust all different settings. You can adjust language, the display, and everything else. And the most important, another important function is what I really love, again, save the best for kind of last, is drive modes. So when you go drive modes, essentially there's 3 different drive modes. There is track, which is again my favorite. I always go to that. Sport and custom, and you can kind of set everything up. So when you go track, again, essentially traction control turns off, electronic stability control turns off, and then again, like the baffles and the variable exhaust opens up, and you can definitely hear it and feel it. So again, my favorite mode is definitely a track mode. Again, this car has drag specific functions. So again, one of the most unique features is the line lock. So again, when you go drag racing, you press that button, the line lock will lock up the front wheels and allow you to just step on the gas, and you can do a burnout and heat up those nitto drag radials, and then go down and drag strip. So again, that's definitely very cool. There are also there's a launch control, and again, there's a shift light. So again, this car has a lot of drag racing features in the multimedia screen, and I think that's great. So again, great functions, great features, and I really do like the media system in the limited edition Dodge Dodge Charger Superbee. So a great setup, and a lot of unique drag racing features. Now let's hop into the rear passenger seat of the Dodge Charger. And again, what's very special about this Dodge Charger, again, there are 4 doors. So again, this is one of the special cars where you can take theoretically 4 to 5 people down the drag strip with you. So you have friends or you have kids, it's definitely a cool experience to be able to take your friends and family along for the ride down the quarter-mile. So again, let's take a look at what life is like for your rear seat passengers in this special edition Superbee Dodge Charger. So again, this is the driver's side rear door. Again, very similar design to the front. You have that supple leather in the center, the Napa leather, finished in black, and you also have that cross stitch, very nice. And you also have that silver trim. So again, all that carries over, very nice. And again, your rear passengers are also treated to, again, that special Alcantara finish in the center. So again, the center seats are finished in a supple Alcantara black suede with the cross stitch, and on the outside you have that, again, soft supple Napa leather. So very nice. Now let's go ahead and jump onto the back and see what life is like for your rear seat passengers. Okay, so again, the rear is definitely very comfortable, definitely very roomy. Your rear seat passengers are treated to their own climate controls. Again, AC vents, again with that silver trim in the back. And again, down here, your passengers also have 2 USB ports to plug in their phones or whatnot down there. Very nice. So again, nice supple seats on here. And one great feature is that they do have door handles up here. So again, if you are going down a drag strip, you go ahead and hold on to these and you know, not slide around, hold on to your life as you know, your driver puts down all that horsepower. So again, they do have access to that rear Alcantara headliner, which is very nice. And they also do have this really cool armrest. So again, armrest, and also they do have 2 cup holders for them to use. So very cool, it's nice and soft. Very nice. So so again, this is one of those rare cars where, again, you can take 4 again, 5 people. There is a seatbelt for the center person down the drag strip with you. I think that's a really unique feature of this car. Not only is it special, but you can also create and share excuse me, share special memories with your family and friends going down a drag strip in your limited edition Dodge Charger. So again, that's a huge big bonus. So again, a greatly designed interior. It may be basic, but again, I really like the integration of these rich materials such as carbon fiber, nappa leather, silver trim, and Alcantara suede. So while I'm back here, I wanted to demonstrate that the rear seats, again, the rear trunk is big enough to store, again, drag racing stuff such as tires. But again, these rear seats do fold down 60/40, so I'm going to demonstrate that right now. You have a little latch right here. You want to go give that a good pull, and the whole seat falls down. So again, you have access to your entire trunk. So again, a lot of storage for, again, whatever that you may need, whether it's luggage to travel or, again, supplies at the drag strip, such as extra wheels and tires, wheel jacks, wheel lifts, whatever it is. So again, it's both versatile, and again, you can fold down these rear seats 60/40 to increase storage space. So again, this is a great car that provides a lot of different type of versatility depending on your needs. So again, great use of the back seat of this limited edition Dodge Charger Super Bee. All right, everyone, welcome to the test drive of the 2023 Dodge Charger Super Bee. So let's go ahead and start the test drive. So again, in order to start the car, you do have your key here, and it is again push to start ignition, so you don't need to stick any sort of key in. Usually, again, I leave this key inside this little tray here as such, and we're ready to go. So again, when you're ready to go, you put your foot on brake and start it up. And if you guys know me in my previous videos, my favorite thing to do in any car is, again, where are the drive modes and where's the track or the sport or the race option. So again, the Dodge Challenger, or the Dodge Charger does have multiple drive modes. And again, this Super Bee, as a reminder, is again focused on again the drag strip. So there is a definite track mode with a lot of different drag racing options, but you'll see that right now. So again, I'm just gonna go straight at it and go to track mode. So this car does come with a again SRT branded performance exhaust. It is a variable exhaust, meaning that the baffles open and close depending on what mode you're in. So I've noticed that when you go to track mode, the exhaust actually gets a lot louder. So I assume the baffles open wide, and it sounds really good, especially when again you're doing either launch control or just accelerating just really fast. Again, I do love the sound of the performance exhaust in this vehicle. So let's get started. So when I first got into this car, the first thing that immediately struck me, absolutely that impressed me, was definitely the brakes. So this car comes with Brembo, essentially 4-piston brakes with these huge 15-inch rotors, and they bite hard. I mean, just tapping on a brake a little bit, like you could definitely feel essentially like your whole self jerk forward. But again, I love that. I think that in drag racing, you definitely need really powerful brakes to slow down, because in drag racing, again, you're going down a very short road very fast, and again then you have to stop very fast. So again, I can understand why the Brembo brakes are a necessity in this again Super Bee. So right now, again, I'm in track mode, and let me hit the window down so you guys can actually hear something. So I'm gonna try to open it up here and see if you guys can hear the actual, well, maybe not. Let me see if I can open it, find a clearer road. So the acceleration is actually pretty crazy in here. I mean, just tapping on the brakes, it's the gas itself right now, you can definitely feel the even though this comes with drag radial tires, you could definitely break loose pretty quickly. So one interesting again, drag racing specific option in this car is something called activate line lock. If you see here, again, line lock essentially is when you're at the drag strip, you can press that line lock and it'll lock up the front brakes, and that'll allow you to essentially just step on the gas and essentially do a burnout. So you can heat up those nitto radial drag tires. So again, that's very cool to find an option like that in a, again, factory car. So here we go, we're gonna open it up right now since there's a nice open road. So again, it's pretty loud, and again, if you need to stop, those brakes really rumble. So I was saying that this car in a straight line, man, it is a beast. But if you ask it to turn left or turn right, that's when it kind of stumbles and falters. Again, I get that this is a drag specific sport suspension, but again, just driving on city streets, making a right turn, making a left turn, there is a significant amount of like body lean and spongy suspension. And I'm not sure if I'm attributing to like, because this car is, again, weighs 4,000 plus pounds. So I'm not sure whether to attribute it to the drag race suspension, or just because, again, this car is built on a platform that, again, is just really heavy. So again, I think if you love going a straight line, you're gonna love this car. Because in a straight line, it is fast and scary fast. But it's a different type of scary when you're making a right and left turn, because again, there's not much confidence in the soft suspension. It's actually pretty spongy, and I'm actually pretty surprised. I mean, Dodge kind of touts this car as, again, a daily driver that you can then take to the track and go drag race with. But again, so again, if you like to go in a straight line, you'll definitely love this car. But if you do like to take the twisties, again, you may either have to compromise and maybe to get some sort of aftermarket company that maybe makes the aftermarket suspension. I don't know too much about American cars, but I'm sure maybe there's some company out there that makes an aftermarket option to lower, or at least maybe some sway bars or tie bars. But other than that, again, like I said, in a straight line, this thing does what muscle cars do, and it goes fast pretty straight pretty fast. So around town driving is pretty docile. Again, you don't have to put in track mode. There's also different options like sport. So sport mode is just a little more like enthusiast spec. It's not as like hardcore as track. And then if you guys just want to do like just random, like, you know, go grocery shopping without all the hassle of the loud exhaust or whatnot, you can put in auto mode. And auto mode is essentially just kind of like around town driving, city driving, which is great. Another cool feature in this car is that there's actually an analog button on the dash. And if you tune back to the interior view, the button says launch control. So again, it's pretty impressive to see a car manufacturer offer essentially a encouraging you to do a launch, again, like a launch control on a car like this. So again, it's pretty impressive. I find that pretty hilarious. You know, it's unfortunate that this car is a last call edition. I'm not sure in the future car manufacturers are going to do stuff like this, especially with the electric revolution and all the other stuff and rules and regulations. So again, this car is one of the dying breeds, and there's a reason why there's only 1 of 1,000 of this, and again 1 of 500 of the Super Bee with the wide body and the again crazy plum paint job. So I'm gonna hit the window now. It seems like a nice open road here, and see if we can just oh man, yeah, this thing is scary fast, for sure. Again, I definitely want to find a quieter area, less traffic, to see if we can do some launch controls and maybe test out the that line lock. But again, this car was designed to, again, be a daily driver, and so again, hence why I'm not at the track. So it's unfortunate. I live in Southern California, and we actually have a very close, many drag strips, but one of the best drag strips, and I actually took a Maserati there in the past, like a few years ago, to the drag strip at Irwindale Speedway. And it's unfortunate that that place closed down, because again, if it was open right now, I'd definitely be there renting this on a Thursday to go to Thursday Night Thunder. So again, it's unfortunate, but nowadays, as a Southern California resident, you kind of have to drive pretty far, like Fontana and Rialto, to get to the drag strip. It's kind of odd. I know Pomona has a drag strip, but apparently that Pomona's drag strip is only reserved for, again, quote unquote professional NHRA, I guess, like drag racers. So yeah, it's unfortunate they don't open to the public, because if they did, I would definitely take advantage of that. Although this is an automatic transmission, again, there is a manual mode where you can essentially shift your own gears using the again, the steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. But what's odd is that the paddle shifters, they are attached to the steering wheel, but they are essentially really tiny. So my hands here, usually paddle shifters are like something that is pretty much the length of the 4 fingers. The paddle shifters in this car is essentially more than just like a 1 finger. So again, if you're going to shift, you're essentially holding onto the steering wheel and shifting with your 2 index fingers. And again, I'm not sure why they didn't make this the steering wheel, the paddle shifters just bigger on this thing. It's really odd. And the other odd thing is that instead of extending the paddle shifters to be bigger than finger size, finger size, they stick a bunch of audio controls in the back. I feel like that's kind of like a wasted space, especially, again, this special edition superbee charger is meant to hit the drag strip. So I'm not sure why there's so much focus on the audios and electronic controls, when I would rather get rid of those and just have really gigantic paddle shifters where you can actually, again, grip with your fingers. So it's odd how, like, they expect you to go like, triple digits or 10-second quarter miles, but then they expect you to shift essentially the paddle shifters with your fingers. So again, that's really odd. Not sure why they did that, but that's a pretty significant complaint on my part, definitely. Let me see what else here. So we'll continue on a test drive and talk from there. So ergonomics. So I love the materials that the seats are wrapped in. Again, they're wrapped in soft Napa leather and with kind of like an insert of Alcantara suede. But again, there's something odd about the I can't tell if it's a seating position or just the setup of the dash or whatnot. But these there's a certain uncomfortableness where I just can't get comfortable no matter how much I adjust the telescoping steering wheel, how much I adjust the seating and lumbar support. Again, it just feels odd because these are supposed to be race seats, but there's, again, something really uncomfortable. The dash is like, the under dash is like way too big. No matter what you do, your knees are kind of hitting it, and then if you don't want your knees to hit it, then it kind of feels like you're away from the steering. So again, I'm not really sure what that's about, but again, these aren't your typical race buckets. Now I'm trapped in a cul-de-sac. Again, I'm not sure if, again, these do have like side bolsters or whatnot, but they aren't exactly race buckets. To me, these chairs are more like kind of like lounge chairs at movie theaters with side bolsters. So again, there's an odd like fitment about it that I feel like they're just a little too big. So again, I'm not sure if it's just like an American car thing, but again, there's a certain uncomfortableness about the setup. But again, I credit Dodge with the materials that they use, because the Alcantara feels really good, and again, the seats are heated and ventilated, and again, the steering wheel is heated. So again, yeah, I can't really complain about that. So so yeah. Let's see, what else can we go over here? So again, I feel like when I'm reviewing this again, superbee. Essentially, the biggest pro about this car is, again, it looks mean and aggressive with that wide body fender flares, lots of traction. It goes really, really fast, scary fast in the straight line. It comes with the drag radial tires, nitto, again, drag radials from the factory. But anything outside of that, again, I gotta ding it for a lot of different categories, because again, the suspension's soft, the seat's kind of off, and again, the body is actually pretty heavy. And it's no one's fault. I mean, again, this car is built on a 15-year-old Mercedes old platform, and Dodge engineers had to do what they had to do to work around it. So again, no one's fault. But again, it looks mean and it sounds mean, and it goes mean pretty fast straight. So I guess it got the job done, because again, this is a drag racing specific version of one of the last calls of the 7 commemorative editions of the Chargers. So again, so I'm gonna drive around and try to find a more quieter road. And so the last thing on this test drive that I want to remark upon is the fact that this is again, it's a special edition, but this is not the most fastest, nor is it the most powerful Charger. Again, this Charger has about 480-ish, 90-ish, 490-ish horsepower, a little under shy of 500. And you know, the top of the line, there is the Hellcat, which is 700 something horsepower, and then there's the Hellcat Red Eye, and then all these again higher end models. But what I love about this car is that actually give it a little, I guess, put on a pro list of the driving feel, is that again, it's balanced power. It's 500 horsepower, but it's usable. When you step on a gas, you know, the power doesn't overwhelm your drag radials. Again, it just fits. I imagine if you had 200 and something odd extra more horsepower, I feel like it'd be very, very difficult as just a normal everyday you know, driver, even if you are an enthusiast, to actually control that power and put that to the ground. So again, this is usable power. Like again, I can step it as hard as I can and it brakes, but again, it grips back on. But I imagine with a little bit more horsepower, it could get a little dangerous. So again, it's like a comfortable horsepower. It's a good balance. And again, at the end of the day, Hellcat's a Hellcat. This is a limited edition, special edition. Again, only 500 in the Plum, Crazy Plum with the wide body. So again, let's see if we can do one last one, and I'll let you guys go. So again, it's very loud. You do hear a little bit of pops and gurgles. And again, I do love this car. And if you're the type of person that likes to just point straight and go, you're gonna love this car. But for me, like I said, I think I'm more of a twisties guys, and if you see us twisties roads, yeah, not much confidence on this road, but it definitely sounds mean. But again, when the road straightens out, this car definitely can catch up to other cars in a straight line. So again, it gets the job done. And we'll share with you my final thoughts on this car next. And welcome back from the test drive of this 2023 Dodge Charger superbee Scat Pack Widebody Limited Edition 1 of 500. Now I'm going to go over some pros and cons regarding this special edition Charger. So again, let's start with the good stuff. Pro, straight line, amazing. Definitely they hit all the marks as far as the drag car goes. These nitto tires with the widened fenders and the 5-spoke again drag wheels. Again, this thing in a straight line, it moves. It is pretty lightning quick with the shifts, and in track mode, again, you definitely feel that that little bit of fear of again losing control. But again, it's also balanced, where again, this may not have the horsepower of the Hellcat with 700 odd horsepower, but the 400 something odd horsepower gets translated very well to the wheels. And again, definitely usable horsepower. Don't really have any issues with again, braking traction. But again, straight line performance in this car, definitely amazing. And it definitely again lives up to the quote unquote the daily driven drag strip car, and it hits all the marks. So again, straight line performance, impeccable. The second pro of this limited edition Dodge Charger is, in my opinion, I have to give a lot of credit to the designers of at Dodge, because they had to take essentially a very old, almost 10 plus 15 year platform and modernize it somehow. And by them integrating these wide body fenders, they essentially again did it in such a way and so cleanly that again it creates just essentially a new modern car. And any Charger that I would get would have to come with the fender flares, because again they just changed the entire dynamic of an old 15-year-old car. So again, I love the fender flares. Again, a lot of the detail went into it. They didn't just take a bunch of fenders and slapped it on. The fender flares are functional. They allow for a wider track, and again, if you look at the details of it, again, molded to the front. The wheel and tire package, again, perfect offset, perfect fitment. It sits flush with the fender flares, and again, it allows you to run these thick, almost 11-inch wide drag tires. So again, pro is the fact that again these fender flares, but also the pro is the ability for those designers at Dodge to again take an old platform and just revolutionize it and make it new. And that is a true test of ingenuity and the ability to again think outside the box. So again, pro is definitely the fender flares and the effort that was put into making an old car new. And the third pro I would say about this car is, again, I feel like it's a unique vehicle, a unique collectible. Again, there are 1,000 of these made, but there are only 500 that comes in this crazy plum color with the again the wide body fenders. And nowadays there's not many manufacturers that are manufacturing cars specifically for you to take to the drag strip and actually perform there. And again, there's not many cars that again sold to you from the factory with nitto drag radials ready to go, and again with all those drag racing components such as line lock, where again you can press a button, it'll lock up the front wheels, allow you to do a burnout. Not many manufacturers will do that. And again, need I say more, factory hood pins to lock down your hood. So again, very unique, possible collectible in the future, maybe. But another unique aspect of this is that there's not many other cars out there that can go down a drag strip with a back seat, room for family, room for friends. And I believe that unique proposition is something that is invaluable. I mean, not only can you share in the fun, but you definitely create new memories in a essentially a 5-seater, 4-door drag strip racer. So again, a unique proposition, and it's definitely a big pro and possible collectible in the future. Again, these were all limited edition last call Chargers. And the first con I'm going to start, since I'm near the wheel and tire package. It's not really the wheel and tire package, but is the suspension. Straight up, the suspension is pretty spongy. It feels like I'm driving a boat. I feel like they could definitely stiffen up the suspension somehow. Going down the straight line, impeccable. But when you're trying to take a turn, even in city traffic, again, it feels floaty. It feels like again, there's a lot of body lean. I feel like they could probably throw in like maybe a strut bar, tower bar or something in there. But again, I understand that it is a drag car, but even with a drag car, again, it definitely feels very boat-like ride. And maybe it's because I'm also more of a canyon carver rather than a quarter-mile person. I mean, I do follow drag racing, I get it, but I prefer to take the turns and take the curves. And again, in this car, I do not feel confident doing that. So again, I wish that they would have provided a little stiffer suspension in this limited edition Dodge Superbee. Now let's again, this is kind of related to a pro, but it is maybe a con. Price to value. So again, it is 2025 right now, and if we do check the current, I guess, values of this vehicle using auction data, for example, on Bring a Trailer, this car is currently trading for about 50 to 55,000. So again, that's a good chunk of money for essentially, again, a car that more than 60% of the car is based upon a vehicle that has been out for more than 15 years. And again, it's probably based on, again, a mass marketed, dare I say, a rental car. But again, the price to value, again, it's debatable. You get 400 and something odd horsepower, close to 500. But again, if you click on the link below, I just did a review on the C8 base Chevy Corvette, and that one clocked in brand new right around $65,000. So again, you can get a mid-engine sports car that's been proven in all ways, or again, this car is the value may be questionable. So again, value to dollar, maybe not, but again, I feel like some people would be hesitant to spend that type of money on essentially a car where you can take that money and again get something else with so much more performance and so much more value and so much more exotic flair than again essentially a rental car with fender flares. So I'm going to leave the link below to that C8 Corvette review that I did in the last video, and you guys can go ahead and decide. Would you guys rather spend 55,000 right around the same price for this limited edition Charger Super Bee, or would you guys get again a two-door Chevy Corvette, brand new almost, with factory warranty, mid-engine, a little more horsepower than this car, and again 2 seats, target roof? Again, it's debatable. So again, a con is the idea of value for the dollar that you get, and the again questionable collectability and future values of this this vehicle. And the last kind of big con for this car, well, not kind of, but it is a big con for this car, starts in the driver's seat. And let's go ahead and sit down and tell you what I mean. So there is something uncomfortable about the seating position. Not really the seat itself, but again, the seats do have, if you look at it, they do have the bolsters on the side and everything else, but there's something uncomfortable about the fact of these seats. Again, I don't know what it is, but basically when I'm sitting, no matter what position I'm in, there's underneath the dash, there's this like really big plastic I guess like dash piece underneath, and no matter what position I'm in, my knees are constantly banging up against it. And if I put it too back, and even if I telescope the wheel forward, again, there's no comfortable position. I'm not sure if this is because it's a drag racing thing, but again, it's odd. Another odd thing is that when the steering wheel, for some reason, there's a strange uncomfortableness about the steering wheel. So essentially, when no matter if you hold it from the bottom or hold it from the top or everything else, there's this big bulky sections right here that makes the steering wheel essentially just very uncomfortable to hold on to. It doesn't feel again like just solid, or I can't really describe it, but again, there's something about the design of the steering wheel that's just very bulky. And another aspect is that when you're in manual mode, and you do, again, this car does have paddle shifters, but the paddle shifters are pretty laughable because they are essentially not even like palm size. They're just like 1 finger size. They're like basically very, very tiny. What you see right here is essentially the entire again paddle shifters. So again, I imagine, I don't know why Dodge didn't make them bigger, because again, when you're shifting with it, essentially you're not shifting with your entire palm, you're kind of shifting with just a finger. So it feels kind of odd that you have this big bulky steering wheel, and then you have these little tiny like paddle shifters. So again, I understand this car is based on a 15-year-old platform, but again, there's just something uncomfortable about just no matter what position I put this in, I just can't get that like settled in, comfortable feeling. So again, leave a comment below if you guys agree or disagree, or am I just like, do I just have like an odd body shape or whatnot. So again, con is that seating position in this car is again a little awkward, and steering wheel setup is a little too bulky, and again lap full of power shifters and so forth. So again, it's odd how Dodge kind of set this up. Also, last thing I want to mention about the steering wheel is that it seemed like they tried to make it like the flat bottom, but it's not quite flat bottom. I feel like if they're going to make a flat bottom, make it go all the way. But again, like I said, it's just an odd setup. It's and I guess if I have to nitpick, I feel like when you're buying a collectible model such as this, people want to, for example, when you buy a Mercedes, you know, people want that AMG badge, or when you buy a BMW, you want that M-Power badge. Again, I feel like the steering wheel, maybe they could have removed this Dodge logo and put their, again, their racing arm SRT onto here. I mean, again, this car has a lot of SRT touches, such as the, again, the SRT functional hood and the scoop, and the SRT wheels, and again, the badging is there. So I don't know why they just threw on the Dodge logo there. So it is kind of odd. So again, con is just seating position, and that's pretty important to me. So again, big con for me.